Have things finally calmed down for Haley and Nathan, or might her music career get in the way? I'm Matt Mitovich on the set of the CW's One Tree Hill with Bethany Joy Gagliotti.
And action.
What would you say Haley's #1 priority is these days, going into the new season?
Her marriage and her son.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. What about that little person on her shoulder telling her music?
Well, I think that's something that I think that's why it's not the priority. That's why she can do it and pursue it from a place of freedom in her life, because it's not the priority that she's like really concerned about. It's like something, an extra thing on the side that she gets to do, to enjoy.
Do you think, or perhaps know from personal experience, that people can have a real and true love like Nathan and Haley do?
Yes. Absolutely.
Because it's really special for TV, and a lot of the actors we've been talking to on the cast today have been talking about it.
Yeah.
And you're kind of like this great example of love gone right.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, relationships are messy and love is hard, and what breaks my heart about a lot of marriages and relationships these days is that I feel like we're living in an instant gratification society, and people, they don't want to push through. They don't want to like commit and do what it takes to really like get over the things that most people break up over, and you just don't realize what richness and like passion and amazing love is on the other side of it if you just stop when something gets tough, you know? So it's definitely possible.
Well, that said, you know, Nathan and Haley have had their obstacles.
Mm-hmm.
So what if we're Carrie to resurface?
What if Carrie were to resurface?
What if Carrie were to resurface?
I would kick her little.
Look at you, I lit a fire in you.
And I would give Tori a big hug, though, because she's wonderful, the actress.
But you'd kick Carrie's ass?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to see her around.
What other sort of dramas ahead for your characters this season?
There is some more music involved for Haley coming up, and there's some great little twists and turns. I think our Halloween episode's going to be killer, pardon the pun.
I've got some reader questions here. Melissa wants to know, is it safe to say that we'll get some more Haley and Nathan love scenes this year?
I'm sure. I mean, you know, talk to Mark, right in. Hey.
Why not? Someone wants to know, what's the last movie that you saw that disappointed you?
Oh, man, people are going to hate me for saying this.
Uh-oh. You're going to say it.
La Vie en Rose.
Oh, I thought you were going to say like Dark Knight. Okay.
No, I thought...
Okay, La Vie en Rose, go to town.
La Vie en Rose, I wanted to like it so much. And her performance, Marion Cotillard, is that her name? Her performance was magnificent, and the film was shot beautifully. But the story, I just didn't think the story was worth telling. To me, it was just a story about a woman that just got eaten alive by the entertainment industry and died a bitter, lonely old lady. And I didn't want to hear that story. That doesn't inspire me.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Sorry.
Will you be singing any of your own songs on the show?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
This season?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Do you have an album coming out next year?
No.
No? No? Was that on the drawing board at some point that people are asking?
Yes, it was, and you know, it hasn't completely disappeared, but there's all sorts of issues with rights and, you know, who owns what and having to go re-record and things like that. I don't own the rights to the current recording, so at this point there's nothing I can do with the songs that I've already recorded. But I do have a music partner, Amber Sweeney, and she and I are going to be singing together and probably recording some stuff at some point in the future. So it's not a completely lost cause.
Okay. Tell me about your decision to decide to direct an episode of One Tree Hill this season.
That was really exciting. I had actually submitted a script to Greg Prange, our producer, and I had mocked it all up and storyboarded it and written it out, broke down all my shots and everything, and I said, I kind of want to direct. What do you think? And he read it and said it was great, and then I didn't hear anything for like 2 years, so I was like, whatever. You
2
know,
years?
Maybe I'm not meant to.
Oh, wow.
Well, I think time flies here, believe me. And then one day, they just came to me and said, all right, you're doing episode 16, and I just said, okay, I'm totally freaking out right now. But
so you don't even have the script that you're directing yet?
No, we don't get the scripts until like maybe a week or two beforehand.
Yeah.
But I always have a vision for things. I'm a big picture thinker, and so I thought you know, as an actor, sometimes it feels really limiting to just be the person that's facilitating someone else's vision. And so I thought maybe it would be fun to try directing, and maybe I could be the one that's creating the story with the writers, and, you know, trying to get hard across through the way that I see things.
No, but
that's something people will be interested in.
You've got a couple months of butterflies ahead of you, though.
I do, but I've been going to scouts and tech scouts and production meetings and tone meetings, and, you know, there's a lot, which probably means nothing to all of you out there, but there's a lot of technical stuff that you have to prep for before you get involved. So I've been trying to prep my ass off, if I can say that on TV.
I was talking to Mouth, meaning Lee Norris, before about how, like, everybody on the cast is into music. How would you compare your music sensibilities with, like, Hillary's?
I think Hillary just likes a little bit darker music than I do. I love any kind of music, really, as long as it's got a good heart in it. So I'm open to anything. But Hillary and I have a lot of music that we are similar. God, I can't talk today. Hillary and I share a lot of similar musical tastes, and a lot of different ones, but it's fun because she introduces me to stuff and I introduce her to stuff, and it's all good.